everybody, Chris here from Astrology Gossip, and today we are going to be talking about Megxit. So pardon the sunglasses today, but it's bright outside and I wanted to do this video outside today. I wanted to talk about Meghan Markle and Harry, Prince Harry, because they've been all over the news about their decision to step back from their duties with the royal family and to move to Canada. Meghan is already there, and I guess Harry is planning to be there soon. So the flying stars that kind of triggered this whole situation started in 2019, and for Meghan, she had the new beginning star on her relationship direction, which can mean that there are new people coming into her life and she's creating new relationships. Well, last year she had baby Archie, right? Her relationship direction is all about children. So she had a new child. And it's interesting how the flying stars point to different things in people's lives. She also had the illness star sitting on her wisdom direction, meaning that she was probably feeling conflicted about something or feeling mentally drained or emotionally drained about something. And then she also had the star of change sitting on her success direction. Well, her success direction is tied to her marriage. That's her direction. So change in her marriage could have been an issue that was weighing on her mind. So it could be that their role in the royal family was affecting her, their marriage, and that was bothering her. But it also is the opportunity for your husband to come in and help you with your career. And last year, Harry was supposedly having a conversation with one of the Disney executives talking about how Meghan wanted to do voiceovers for them. And so apparently she has a contract with Disney to do that, or do something with Disney. And so that could be this change star showing up in her success direction. For Harry last year, he had the illness star sitting on his relationship direction, which indicates that people that you're in a relationship with, could be friends, could be family, could be, anybody, leave you feeling drained, tired, worn out, mentally exhausted. And then he had the new beginning star on his wisdom direction, which means an opportunity to come up with new ideas or be presented with opportunities to do something new that he wanted to think about and see if it made sense to him. But he also had the fame star sitting on his success direction. His success direction happens to be fire at heaven's gate for last year. Well, that makes you feel like God is not listening to you. So for his success direction last year, he probably felt in his career that people weren't willing to help him, like nobody was really listening to him. Friends, family, people in the monarchy, like he wasn't getting the help that he needed for his particular career. That could have led to the idea of, hey, maybe I need to do something else. Let's take a look at that. And his relationship direction having the illness star on it kind of goes back to this, where nobody's helping you and it's making you feel drained. That could have all tied in with this, making them think, let's go do something else instead of being part of the monarchy. So for 2020, Meghan has the fame star sitting on her relationship direction, and again, that's the direction for children and creativity. So she could become more famous or connect with more famous people through her relationships, through her work as working for Disney. But it also could be that she does something related to with children that makes her famous, or connects with other people who have children and they do something together that creates that energy of fame. Her wisdom direction has the new beginning star on it, which is all about coming up with new ideas or being presented new opportunities that give you the chance to think about whether that makes sense for you going forward. And then her success direction has the relationship star on it for next year, which means that people are going to like whatever it is that she does. She's going to be attracting people to her work, and it could be in the form of fans, it could be in the form of new career opportunities, pretty much anything. She's going to connect with people next year, and she's going to be successful in that way. And then, famous as a result of it as well. So next year is a really good year for Meghan. And then Harry, he's got the new beginning star in his relationships, which gives him the opportunity to forge new relationships with people Could be anybody, could be friends, could be mentors, could be you know, people in Canada, could be people anywhere. People are going to reach out to him, or he's going to in some way connect with new people who help him in some manner. The fame star sits on his wisdom direction, which is all about coming up with ideas that could make him famous, but it's more likely that he will connect with famous people who give him good advice, and it could be famous people in a particular industry, not necessarily celebrity famous or royalty famous. And the advice they give him, or the mentoring that they give him, is likely going to be very beneficial to him and help him with his career especially. And these people can also lead him to meeting new people. So his success direction has the star of long-term success and also abundance, but this is also the star of spiritual growth. For next year, that sits in the area of where Heaven's Gate, which is the northwest. So that could be that he creates strong relationships with mentors, with gurus, with people in the community, with neighbors, with friends, things of that nature. And it's very beneficial to him, not only for his long-term career success, but also for his pocketbook. So all the stars next year for Harry, all the stars next year for Meghan are really good for them. I shouldn't say next year, this year for 2020 are really good for him and really good for her. So they should have a really good 2020, even though people are kind of freaking out about the fact that they're leaving the royal family. So who should be worried about the fact that things are changing within the royal family? That would be Queen Elizabeth. So she's head of the royal family, and in 2019 she had the windfall star sitting on her relationship direction. Her relationship direction happens to be the general direction for government as well as family. She's in an interesting role because her family is part of the government, so her relationships are tied to everything in her life. And the news that she got last year that was sudden, that affected her relationships, were your son, Prince Andrew, is being labeled as a pedophile, and they knew this information prior to this coming out publicly on the BBC, where he kind of admitted or said things that pointed to the fact that he did have relationships with underage girls. But it was so bad that she had to cut ties with him and kicked him out of Buckingham Palace. So that's a sudden change in your relationships right there. But also Harry's announcement that he and Meghan were looking at stepping back from their royal duties with the royal family and moving to Canada, that's another sudden change in relationships. So those are two big things for her that not only affected her relationships, but affect the government and her role as queen of the family. Her success direction is in the north, and she had the relationship star sitting there last year, which means she was likely to have a lot of support when all of this is going on, in terms of her being queen of the country. Her wisdom direction had the star of loss sitting on it, meaning the decisions that she had to make about Andrew created a loss for her. Supposedly Andrew is her favorite son, so having to kick your favorite son out of the royal family is certainly going to make you feel like you just had a huge loss, and you know, any member you have to kick out is going to make you feel that way. But also Harry wanting to step back could make her feel like she experienced a loss as well. For 2020, she's got a different combination of stars, and they're actually a little more challenging. So she's got the illness star on her health direction, which could mean that she experiences health problems. She's in her 90s now, so that's not unusual, right? I mean, your body isn't going to last forever, so it's possible that health problems come up more often this year for her. She's got the conflict star on her success direction, which means she could be presented with ideas that make her feel conflicted in some way, and that could be ideas about, you know, news she gets about her health. But it also could be news about her relationships, because the change star is sitting in her relationship direction. This star can create changes in your relationships, and for her it can create changes within her family as well as the government. So if you saw my Flying Star 2020 Outlook, you saw that I said, be aware of changes that will be happening in the government this coming year because of this star. That's globally, that's not just for the United States. So what we could see next year is that she decides to step down as queen of the monarchy and somebody else takes over. Could be for health reasons, could be for other reasons. But the wisdom star has the windfall star, or the wisdom direction has the windfall star sitting on it, which means that whatever she decides to, if she decides to step down or make some kind of change within the monarchy, it would be seem to come out of the blue. Even if she's been thinking about it for a while, it would make big news because it would seem to be unexpected. So the person to keep an eye on for Megxit is the Queen for next year. We need to see what she's going to do with her role as head of the royal family in the UK in that respect. So I hope you found that interesting, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like, go ahead and subscribe down below and you'll be notified every time I make a new video. If you have any comments or questions, or if there is a video you would like to see me make, post it down below and I'll take a look at doing that for you. See you soon. Bye.